back to another week of BDZ Online with Miss B and Ethel. And we are still talking about how Jesus's power pulls us through. And today we are going to learn that Jesus's power brings hope. And you guys know what gives me hope every week are all the God sightings and joy bombs that you all send me. I've got videos, I've gotten pictures, I've gotten texts, even from people who aren't my BDZ kids. And I love it. It helps give me life in such a challenging time. So this week's special God sightings is going to be a compilation of some really fun pictures and videos that I've either observed or have been sent to me this week. So stay tuned. Keep sending those God sightings and joy bombs. I love them, and I hope you do too. Today, I want to ask a question. What has made you angry or frustrated during this time? I know that where I live and what I see is a lot of people who seem to be very frustrated or angry. It's for a lot of different reasons. Maybe it's because there's not a softball or a baseball season. Maybe it's because they've missed out on a vacation. Maybe it's because they can't go to work and they're stressed out because they don't have the money to pay the bills. So I want you to talk about that with your family. What has made you angry or frustrated, or maybe even just tense during this season? Pause the video and talk about it as a family. You know, when you're stuck or disappointed, it's really easy to become frustrated and angry. And that's okay, because we feel what we feel. But what's more important is what we do in response. I want to look to God always when I get frustrated. And I want that to keep my spirits high. But sometimes that's just not how I feel. And I know I'm not alone. We're going to hear about a real life story that happened to some of Jesus's friends. And I've got my own friends that are going to help us act out the story so we can hear about Jesus and his encounter with Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. Lazarus got sick, and his sisters, Mary and Martha, knew that Jesus' power brings hope. So they hoped Jesus could heal him. They sent a messenger to find Jesus in a nearby city, and then they took care of Lazarus as they waited for Jesus to arrive. But day by day, Lazarus grew weaker. And Jesus didn't come. Mary and Martha couldn't understand why. Jesus loved Lazarus, and they knew Jesus could help. Where was he? I think that they felt, well, wait, I'll show you. When I count to 3, I want you to take a deep breath and hold it, and I'll let you know when it's okay to breathe again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I think Mary and Martha were probably standing by the door looking up the road, expecting that any moment Jesus would appear and he'd make everything right again. But oh no, I just got an email. Hold on, guys. Oh, no, there's a text. I've got to do that too. Hold on. Oh, my game. I've got to catch up with that. Oh, now I've got to make a grocery list. Oh, shoot, I forgot to get bleach. Oh, no. Oh, oops. Everybody breathe. Sorry, I got distracted and I forgot about you. I think that's what Mary and Martha thought about Jesus too, that he didn't care, that he got busy, forgot them, or didn't even notice that Lazarus was dying. So while Mary and Martha were waiting for Jesus to come help, Lazarus died and was buried. How angry Mary and Martha must have felt, how hurt that their friend didn't come through for them. Make a tight fist like this. Hold your fist really tight and think about how angry you get when people are mean to you, or how angry when you feel stuck or forgotten or ignored. Think about what you shared earlier when I asked, what's made you angry? Dig your fingernails into your palms and feel how tight and tense your arms are. It's starting to hurt, isn't it? Grr, keep holding it. So back to Mary and Martha. Jesus finally showed up and they were angry with him. They asked him why he waited so long. But Jesus didn't disappoint. Jesus went to where Lazarus was buried and had some men roll away the stone in front of his tomb. Jesus called out to Lazarus to rise from the dead. And that is what Lazarus did. That's power and that's hope. The Bible says that Jesus wasn't late. He waited on purpose because he wanted to do something even more amazing than heal a sick Lazarus. He wanted to raise somebody from the dead. When Mary and Martha saw that Jesus' power brings hope, even when it seems like it's too late, well, they let go of their anger and found hope instead. So relax your fists and let your hands slowly open. That's how it feels when you let go of your anger. When you look for joy and hope in every situation. When you let God lift your spirits no matter what you're facing. Maybe you know someone who's been sick with coronavirus. Maybe they've gotten better and maybe they haven't. Maybe you've prayed that you can get back to living like you lived before the virus swept through the world. Maybe you're angry because you had a baseball tournament or a birthday party canceled because of coronavirus and you're wondering, where is Jesus? Maybe you're a little angry because it feels like he's too late to help you. Remember this, Jesus wasn't late for Lazarus, and Jesus isn't late answering your prayers either. Jesus had a better plan when his friend Lazarus was ill. Jesus was in charge, and he's still in charge today. He has a plan, and Jesus' power brings us hope. Mary and Martha got a little angry, but Jesus didn't walk away from them because of that. Instead, he drew close. He gave them hope, and he'll give you hope too. And with hope comes peace. Even in today's times. I've got 2 questions I want you to talk about with your family. First question, how did holding a fist remind you of how it feels to hold on to anger? And I also want you to talk about how can you as a family experience letting go of anger and finding more of the hope that Jesus offers. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's take a few moments to see what happens when we focus on Jesus' hope. See this picture? Doesn't look like much, does it? There's 4 dots in the middle and 4 letters in the word hope. So, focus on the 4 dots in the middle until I take the image down. Really stare at those dots and try to blink as little as possible. I'm going to keep it up for 30 seconds. And then when the 30 seconds is up, I want you to look at a blank wall. What do you see? Keep looking at the wall. It might take a few seconds. Do you see him? Do you see Jesus? When we took time to focus on the 4 dots, which remind us of the 4 letters in the word hope, we could see Jesus. When we take the time to look for him, we'll see Jesus all around us. How can we look for Jesus even when we're angry? I have a request for you. Would you take a few minutes and each of you and your family share something that you're hoping for? Tell each other and then pray about those things. You can pause me. I'll wait. You've been keeping a thankfulness journal and it's time to fill out another page. Draw some things that you were hoping that God would do for you that he has done. Maybe you hoped you'd be able to find some toilet paper. It may seem silly, but that's great. Maybe you hoped that you'd have enough food, and you did. Focus on how God's hope has come through, and that is how we will be reminded that Jesus' power brings us hope. I'm signing off, but when the video ends, draw a couple of things that you hope for, that you're thankful they happened. And don't forget to put today's date on the paper so we can look back at the end and see all the awesome things that God has done. I love you guys, I miss you, and I hope to see you in real life very soon. And I'll bring Ethel by too. Bye!